Hi, I'm Kutzer with the Orvis Fly Fishing Schools, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about making a long distance cast without hauling. Let's say you're having a hard time hauling, but you need to get a nice long cast out to those fish. What do? Well, double hauling helps a good cast go further. It doesn't help a bad cast get good. So here's a couple things, that's probably poor English, but here's a couple tricks that are going to help you make that longer distance cast without hauling. The first thing you want to do, if you want to make a long distance cast, you have to get comfortable with that basic cast. You have to start with 30 feet of line, 25, 30 feet of line, and work on that nice pickup, that smooth back cast to a stop, forward cast to a stop, and then you can lay that line down. If you're making a nice tight loop, that's going to help you get a little bit more distance when you're making this cast. If I want to make a longer distance cast without hauling, there's a couple things I need to know. One, how long is the head of my line? If I have a very short, compact, heavy head and I have a lot of line out, that's going to be really hard to make that cast. That line's going to flop all over the place and it might not get out there nice and straight. Once I know where the rear taper is on the head of that line, if I can make a nice smooth cast, even without a haul, I can shoot a very, very long fly line with a good cast, not needing to double haul. So again, I'm going to start my cast with my rod tip nice and low, close to the water. I'm going to peel this line up, accelerate to a nice stop on the back cast, make sure I'm getting a nice tight loop behind me. If that loop is wide open and kind of going all over the place, it's going to be really hard to load that rod up nicely for that forward cast. So I get a nice tight loop behind me, nice loop out in front, I can let go of that line, and now I'm shooting almost a whole fly line without having to double haul. With this line, I kind of know where the head section is. Notice I got this little color change right here. Some of you may be able to see it, some of you might not. It goes from orange to kind of a yellow color right here. With this line, I have a good sense that if I have about 10 feet of that yellow section and I make a nice cast, even without a haul, I can shoot a very, very long line. So I kind of know my fly line. I get out and I practice. If you practice this, you're going to find that your casting is going to get a lot better, and then if you do get that double haul, you'll be able to shoot that line out with a lot less effort. Notice when I'm making this long cast, I got to make a really long casting stroke. I'm coming way back here and then way out here. With a double haul, I can make a nice easy cast and get that same distance, without having to work that hard. I'm making that nice haul right as I'm coming to that stop on the back cast, nice reposition, nice haul on that forward cast, and I can shoot that line pretty easily. Practice that longer cast without the double haul. I know you're not going to hear a lot of people say that, but a good cast is going to get even better with a double haul. A bad cast isn't going to get good with a double haul. Remember that and give this a shot.